All right, I love this story. It's a small story, but it's a fun one, and it shows you how desperate Republicans are, and even Fox News and Tucker Carlson. I love the smell of Republican panic in the morning. So now Tucker Carlson's trotting out members of the Bin Laden family to back Trump. Well played, dear sir. Well played. I'm going to give you the details. First, live video is brought to you by twostrongcoffee.com/TYT. That's a fist and a bean at the same time. Coffee, what does that mean? It's organic, it's fair trade, it's delicious. Jeez, Lord mercy, it tastes good. After 2 bags or more, proceeds, some of the proceeds go to progressive organizations like Rebellion PAC, Just Democrats, etc. And after the 3rd bag, you get that awesome mug. Okay. And of course, always brought to you by you guys. If you want to help our campaign throughout the year, just to the end of this year, tyt.com/go. That would be really, really helpful, guys. And yes, I'm proud to have the show supported by you guys instead of giant multinational corporations. And of course, you could hit the join button below if you're watching on YouTube to become a member. Let's get going. So, Tucker Carlson has Noor bin Laden on. She is the niece of Osama bin Laden. And she's on there to cry about how she is getting critique in some parts of Europe. Not for being a bin Laden, but for being a Trump supporter. And Tucker wanted to bring her on so they can cry together, because this is a very tragic event. I actually think it makes all the sense in the world. I'll get to that in a second, and I'll get to perhaps her secret reason why she likes Trump so much in a second as well. But first, Tucker says, and I love when he feigns like not just outrage, but like surprise. Like he's like, what a remarkable thing. That's a quote. He said, so you've received more abuse for backing Donald Trump than for being the niece of Osama bin Laden? And then he does that resting confused face that he does so often. I don't know why he does that face. It's the least appealing face. I don't mean structurally. I don't mean whether he's a good looking guy or not. I mean like this. It's not a face you should have on TV. Anyways, so he's like outraged by this. First, let me just note now. Wait, why is that outrageous? She says that her views are diametrically opposed to her uncle's. So yeah, of course she shouldn't be judged by her last name. I hope you're not going around hating on all bin Ladens. I'm doing partly tongue-in-cheek here in the title of like, oh, bring out bin Ladens to support Trump. She is, but she shouldn't be held responsible for her uncle's actions. That's not what any progressive would think. I would hope that that's not what anybody thinks. But she didn't make a decision to be a bin Laden, but she did make a decision to support Donald Trump. And Donald Trump is all the things that people say: a pathological liar, a narcissist, racist, bigot. I mean, he tried to ban all Muslims. That includes her. It doesn't matter how much she supports him. Remember, in the campaign, he clearly said a total ban, total and complete shutdown of all Muslims coming into the country. Later, the courts made him wash that down, and he kept it to mainly Muslim countries, but not all Muslim countries. But was that the intent? Of course! He said it. He said it on the campaign trail. He said it after he became president. There was no question. So she's like, oh, yeah, I love Trump, because he get a load of this, because he protects Western civilization. What, by banning you? That makes no sense at all. But anyway, no, she should be held responsible for her own positions, not because of the family name. So she says, I find it quite interesting that in certain elitist circles I've encountered, I've faced so much arrogance and vulgarity for stating my beliefs, my support for the president. Why is that remarkable? That's the least remarkable thing I've ever seen. Donald Trump says that he might not allow for a peaceful transfer of power. First of all, how is that protecting Western civilization? He has said a number of times that he doesn't believe we should count all the votes. How is that protecting Western civilization? And that is good, legitimate reasons to be outraged that anyone would support Donald Trump. Hey, I mean, he said there was very fine people on the side of the Confederates and the neo-Nazis in Virginia that had killed someone. And he says, no, I didn't mean the neo-Nazis. I just meant the people who love Confederate generals and the ones that celebrated the guys who were trying to protect slavery. Those are the people I thought were awesome people on that side. And she wonders why people might critique you for supporting Donald Trump. And it goes on and on. He's threatened violence against Governor Whitmer in Michigan as well. Again, today I did an interview about that. By the way, I love seeing all your names. Adrian Harrington, thank you for being a member already. Whether it's these live videos or when we do the show live, Scorpion Queen 79, etc. Whenever you have a TYT badge, we see it clearly. And you guys make this show possible. Brandon Stuck, all these folks, right? So if you hit the join button below, I see your name and then try to give you a shout out during the video if I can, okay? And most of the time I do get to most of you guys. Anyways, just to continue with this story, she says that she also supported Donald Trump because he was obliterating terrorists at the root and before they get a chance to strike. Wait, I'm going to come back to that in a second. She went on to say why she didn't like Obama. She said, Obama, during his time in the White House, has done so many things to make the world a much more dangerous place. First, we can talk about the substance of this. First off, I'm pretty sure that 9/11, where Osama bin Laden attacked us, happened under a Republican president, George W. Bush, not under a Democratic president and not under Obama. Second of all, I'm pretty sure something else happened under Obama. Oh, right, they killed Osama bin Laden. Although now Trump, in another insane QAnon conspiracy theory that he's retweeting, is, no, it was a body double, and that part's not even insane. That's just normal conspiracy theory. But they also killed SEAL Team 6 and covered it up. What? The SEAL Team 6 guy, Robert O'Neill, who killed bin Laden, is a Trump supporter who goes to Trump rallies. And he's like, hey, I'm over here. And he's like, that's not remotely true. I know who I killed. Okay. So that leads me to my theory as to why Noor bin Laden might be displeased with Barack Obama. He killed her uncle. Okay, fair enough reason to not like someone. Now, look, she says she's diametrically opposed to him. I have no idea what their personal relationship was within the family. I'll take her word for it. I'm mainly kidding around that she's upset that Obama killed her uncle, but he did. I don't know if that's why she's upset. But the bottom line is, there's just this awesome moment where Tucker Carlson invites Noor bin Laden on so that they could both kvetch about, oh my God, people aren't being fair to the bin Ladens. The bin Ladens are supporting Donald Trump, at least this faction of the family. Okay, Noor bin Laden is supporting Donald Trump. I mean, first of all, that's a good enough reason for anybody to vote for someone. Imagine if someone at MSNBC had done this. Imagine Rachel Maddow had brought on a bin Laden to say, well, the bin Ladens are supporting Joe Biden, so you should... I can't believe they're getting criticized for supporting Joe Biden. Everybody should vote the way the bin Ladens are. Or if MSNBC or TYT or whoever had brought on, hey, Amanda Morse, thanks for joining. Really appreciate it. If TYT or MSNBC or anybody had brought on Noor bin Laden to say, you know what, if you care about what the bin Laden say, you should vote for Obama or Hillary Clinton. Fox News' head would have exploded like, oh my God, we know it. The liberals are in bed with the bin Ladens. But to be fair to Tucker Carlson, the Republicans have been protecting bin Ladens for a long time. Remember, right after 9/11, the very first set of people that George Bush took care of were non-American citizens. It was Saudi royalty, including the bin Ladens, that he immediately put on a plane to Saudi Arabia. He didn't ask them questions. There was no Guantanamo. There was no torture for them. There was no nothing for them because they're incredibly rich. And they've been allies with the Bush family for a long time. The fact that Bush immediately protected them and without questioning them, sent them out of the country is a fact. It's a very uncomfortable fact, but it is a fact. And now Tucker Carlson goes, I don't know that he goes further, but he brings Noor bin Laden on to say, hey, everybody, remember, one, you should vote for Trump, and two, anyone who's against voting for Trump is being super unfair to the bin Laden family. I didn't think that was possible, but welcome to 2020. All right, guys, I got more videos for you coming up as well. Hit the join button below to become a member and support the show. Love you guys.